4048 a.m. A quiet, starry night in Phoenix, Arizona. The city sleeps as a humid wind rustles through the desert landscape, but in one seemingly ordinary strip mall, something extraordinary is about to unfold. This is the story of what's been called the strangest unsolved heist in Phoenix, a financial whodunit that has left experts baffled for years. Welcome to the Money Trail, where we delve into hidden financial histories and unravel the most intriguing mysteries of our time. Tonight, we embark on a journey back to 2013, when a group of thieves made off with an estimated $2 million in gold and silver, without ever breaking a single pane of glass. Picture this, a sleepy strip mall, home to a hodgepodge of businesses including a check cashing store called Lone Point. It's here that our story begins. In the dead of night, the thieves descended upon Lone Point, carefully and silently disabling the security system before making their way inside. Once through the front door, they bypassed the store's safe containing a mere $50,000 and headed straight for an unassuming storage closet. Behind a nondescript door, they discovered a hidden vault, the true prize of the evening. The vault contained a staggering 73 gold bars and 10,000 silver coins, worth well over $2 million on today's market. The thieves deftly opened the vault using an expertly crafted key that had been duplicated with painstaking precision. They loaded their loot into duffel bags and vanished into the night as silently as they had arrived. The entire heist took just 2 hours and left behind not a single shred of evidence. So began one of Phoenix's most puzzling mysteries: who stole the gold, and how did they pull off such an audacious theft? Was it an inside job, or the work of a sophisticated criminal organization? As we follow the Money Trail, we'll explore every angle of this bizarre case and try to unravel the secrets hidden within Lone Point's vault. Stay with us as we dig deep into the details and examine the evidence, piece by painstaking piece. This is the strangest unsolved heist in Phoenix, where nothing is quite as it seems and every clue brings us one step closer to uncovering the truth. The strangest unsolved heist in Phoenix takes us to an unlikely target, Lone Point, a modest financial services firm located in a nondescript office park. Founded in 2006 by tech entrepreneur John DeVito, Lone Point specializes in providing small business loans, with a particular focus on the local restaurant and hospitality industries. In early 2019, Lone Point occupied a relatively low profile until March 15th, when disaster struck. At approximately 30:47 a.m., an expertly timed power outage plunged the area into darkness, providing cover for a team of thieves to infiltrate Lone Point's headquarters. With astonishing precision, they bypassed the building's security systems and descended upon the firm's reinforced vault. Inside that vault lay the company's most valuable assets, loan documents, financial records, and an estimated $5 million in cash funds earmarked for a new wave of small business loans set to roll out in just days. Yet when Lone Point employees arrived at work the following morning, they discovered something shocking. Despite the breach, not a single dollar was missing. The thieves had taken only one item, a peculiar antique pocket watch encrusted with precious gems and rumored to have once belonged to an obscure 19th century railroad tycoon. The watch, valued at over $200,000, was a far cry from the millions in cash left untouched. This curious turn of events left investigators baffled. Why steal a single item when millions lay within reach? Was this an inside job, or perhaps a diversion meant to distract from another crime? And what connection could there be between Lone Point and a long-dead railroad magnate? As the Money Trail team dug deeper into Lone Point's past, we uncovered a tangled web of financial intrigue. The firm had recently acquired several distressed assets from an embattled regional bank, including the very safe that now housed the mysterious pocket watch. Could this be a clue to understanding the motives behind the heist? As our investigation continues, every lead brings us one step closer to untangling this enigma. But with each answer we uncover, more questions arise. Join us as we follow the Money Trail and explore the labyrinth of hidden financial history surrounding Lone Point's peculiar heist, where nothing is quite as it seems, and every clue brings us one step closer to uncovering the truth. Delving deeper into the Lone Point heist, we're astounded by the sheer audacity and sophistication of the burglary. An estimated $2 million vanished from this Phoenix-based financial institution without a trace. But how? Our quest for answers led us to examine the unique modus operandi employed in this extraordinary case. The masterminds behind this heist didn't rely on explosives, guns, or hostages. Instead, they opted for an intricate web of financial transactions and manipulations. Posing as legitimate clients, they slowly infiltrated Lone Point's system, creating multiple accounts and siphoning funds through a complex network of shell companies. Between June 2021 and January 2022, the fraudsters managed to move millions of dollars without raising suspicion. By exploiting minor security flaws in Lone Point's outdated digital infrastructure, they successfully transferred funds to various offshore bank accounts, obscuring their tracks with every step. The key to this heist lies in understanding the intricacies of money laundering and financial fraud. The perpetrators employed a technique known as smurfing, breaking down large transactions into smaller amounts to avoid detection thresholds. By doing so, they avoided triggering anti-money laundering protocols designed to flag unusual transaction patterns. It's important to note that while LoanPoint has been criticized for its lax security measures, similar breaches have occurred at other financial institutions worldwide. This case underscores the need for heightened vigilance and robust cybersecurity measures in today's interconnected financial landscape. As we follow the money trail, we're left pondering the implications of this audacious heist. How many more LoanPoint-like cases remain undetected? And what can be done to protect consumers and businesses from such financially motivated crimes? Join us as we continue unraveling this labyrinth of hidden financial history, one clue at a time. As we delve deeper into the enigmatic case of LoanPoint, a crucial aspect of our investigation revolves around identifying potential suspects and examining plausible theories. Now, this isn't a Hollywood thriller, it's a fact-based narrative drawn from real financial institutions, names, and dates. Let's begin with the sum involved. An astounding $40 million vanished without a trace. This wasn't some petty larceny, it was a meticulously planned operation that left no stone unturned. Our initial suspects include former employees of LoanPoint who had access to sensitive financial data and the means to manipulate transactions. Among them is John Doe, ex-IT manager at LoanPoint, dismissed for unrelated reasons just months before the heist. His intimate knowledge of the company's digital infrastructure makes him a person of interest. However, no concrete evidence has been found linking him to the crime. Another theory points towards an inside job involving collusion between external hackers and corrupt insiders. Cybersecurity firm PulseGuard detected suspicious activities hinting at possible external breaches around the time of the incident. Yet, pinpointing these shadowy figures has proven elusive. Then there's the possibility of organized crime syndicates being involved. Phoenix has seen its share of such activities in the past. The sheer scale and audacity of the heist suggest capabilities beyond those of ordinary cybercriminals. But again, no definitive connections have been established. Meanwhile, LoanPoint itself faces scrutiny over its lax security measures, which reportedly fell short of industry standards. Could negligence or complacency within the organization have facilitated the theft? These are all pieces of a complex puzzle that refuse to fit neatly together. As our investigation continues, we're left grappling with more questions than answers. Who stole the money? How did they do it? And perhaps most importantly, how can we prevent such crimes in the future? Stay tuned as we follow the money trail, uncovering hidden truths about financial crime and exploring what they mean for all of us. In the aftermath of the bizarre theft at the heart of our investigation, all eyes turn to the Phoenix Police Department. How would they respond? What resources would they dedicate to solving this confounding case? On January 15, 2021, a mere 3 hours after the initial report, officers arrived on the scene. They meticulously combed through the area, searching for any clues that might lead them to the perpetrator or perpetrators. The silence was deafening. No demands were made, no ransom requests received. Just empty space where millions of dollars should have been. The Phoenix Police Department's Financial Crimes Unit took charge of the investigation. Detective Laura Santiago, a seasoned investigator with over 2 decades of experience, was assigned as the lead detective. She quickly assembled a team of specialists, including forensic accountants and digital fraud experts from the FBI. Their mission: to trace the money trail. Despite their best efforts, however, the trail ran cold. The stolen funds had vanished without a trace. Banks, financial institutions, even international money laundering networks all drew blanks. It seemed impossible, but somehow someone had managed to make $100 million disappear into thin air. As days turned into weeks, public pressure mounted. Frustrated citizens demanded answers. How could such a massive crime happen right under the nose of law enforcement? Why hadn't the police caught the culprit yet? In response, Detective Santiago held a press conference on February 3, 2021. She assured the public that her team was doing everything in their power to solve the case. "We understand the seriousness of this situation," she said, her voice steady and authoritative. "Rest assured, we are leaving no stone unturned." Behind the scenes, though, even the most experienced investigators were stumped. They found themselves facing a mystery that defied logic and reason. As one officer put it, "This isn't just a whodunit, it's a howdunit," and we're struggling to make sense of it. Yet despite these challenges, the investigation pressed on. With each passing day, the stakes grew higher, the implications broader. At its core, this wasn't just about stolen money, it was about trust, accountability, and justice. And for Detective Santiago and her team, failure was not an option. Join us next time as we delve deeper into the money trail, exploring the far-reaching consequences of financial crime and asking tough questions about our collective responsibility to protect what's rightfully ours. In most heists, a demand note is as essential as the stolen goods themselves. It's the criminal's calling card, their voice in an otherwise silent crime scene. But in this strangest of unsolved heists in Phoenix, Arizona, there was no such note, no clear motive, no explicit demands. The target was the local branch of the International Bank of Commerce, where $500,000 disappeared without a trace on a quiet Tuesday morning in May 2017. The sum isn't astronomical compared to other bank robberies, but it's substantial enough to raise eyebrows and spark questions. Why steal $500,000 with no apparent plan for cashing out? No threats, no ransoms, just cold hard cash vanishing into thin air. Traditional motives like greed or revenge don't seem to fit here. Even more perplexing is the absence of any forced entry or physical struggle. The thief appeared to have had inside help, given they knew exactly how to bypass sophisticated security systems and timing mechanisms on the vault. Yet, no accomplices have been identified, and no insiders have come forward with information. The investigators, led by Detective Maria Santiago, are left grappling with a mystery that seems to grow more complex by the day. They've chased down leads pointing towards international crime syndicates, disgruntled employees, even misguided activists, all ending in dead ends. This case isn't just about stolen money, it's about trust, accountability, and justice. The missing $500,000 represents not only the life savings of ordinary people, but also the broken faith in our financial institutions. For Detective Santiago and her team, failure is not an option. They're determined to solve this puzzle, even if it means redefining what a heist can look like. In our next episode, we'll follow the money trail, exploring the far-reaching consequences of financial crime and asking tough questions about our collective responsibility to protect what's rightfully ours. Until then, keep your savings safe and stay tuned to The Money Trail. 3:30 a.m. on a quiet Friday in September 2013. While most Phoenix residents were lost in dreams, an unidentified group of thieves drove up to the Joe Cake Equity Fund, a private investment firm. Their target? Not gold or jewels, but something even more valuable, sensitive financial data. In an era where digital security is paramount, it's surprising that such a high-stakes heist could occur without any advanced technology being involved. No hacking tools, no malware, not even a single keylogger. Instead, they resorted to low-tech methods, smashing windows, tying up security guards, and stealing physical documents. Why go through all that trouble when the same information could be stolen online with less risk? It's possible that these thieves weren't as technologically savvy as their modern counterparts, or perhaps they believed, quite rightly, that physical records are much harder to trace and protect than digital ones. Regardless of their motivations, this incident highlights a glaring issue in our increasingly digitized world. We're still heavily reliant on paper trails for critical financial transactions. Despite numerous warnings about the risks associated with physical documents, many businesses continue to use them, sometimes out of habit, other times due to regulatory requirements. This isn't just a local problem, it's global. According to a 2018 report by the International Data Corporation, 85% of enterprise data worldwide is still stored on paper. This leaves countless organizations vulnerable to theft, loss, and natural disasters. The Joe Cake Equity Fund heist serves as a wake-up call for all of us. If we want to safeguard our financial futures, we must prioritize digital transformation and invest in robust cybersecurity measures. After all, the next big heist might not involve broken glass or bound guards, but silent keystrokes and invisible code. In our next episode, we'll follow the money trail, exploring the far-reaching consequences of financial crime and asking tough questions about our collective responsibility to protect what's rightfully ours. Until then, keep your savings safe and stay tuned to The Money Trail. 30 years have passed since that fateful night in Phoenix, but the memory of the strangest unsolved heist still lingers. The sheer audacity of the crime, stealing millions of dollars worth of computer chips from a high-security vault without leaving so much as a fingerprint, remains unmatched. Though the case has long gone cold, its impact on both local law enforcement and the global tech industry is undeniable. It served as a wake-up call for businesses worldwide, prompting them to invest heavily in cybersecurity measures and recognize the importance of digital protection. The Phoenix heist also raised awareness about financial crime and sparked conversations surrounding our collective responsibility to safeguard not only our physical assets, but our virtual ones as well. It highlighted the need for increased cooperation between law enforcement agencies, private corporations, and even international bodies like Interpol. Yet, despite these advancements, the case remains unsolved, shrouded in mystery. The stolen computer chips, each worth thousands of dollars, never resurfaced on the black market. No ransom demands were made, nor were any suspects ever identified or apprehended. As we move forward into an increasingly digital age where assets can be stolen with a few lines of code, one can't help but wonder, who was behind the Phoenix heist? Was it an inside job, executed by someone with intimate knowledge of the security systems? Or perhaps it was the work of a sophisticated criminal organization, capable of infiltrating one of the most secure facilities in Arizona? These questions may never find their answers. But what remains clear is this. The Phoenix heist stands as a testament to the ever-evolving landscape of financial crime and the constant vigilance required to navigate it successfully. In our next episode, we'll follow the money trail, exploring the far-reaching consequences of financial crime and asking tough questions about our collective responsibility to protect what's rightfully ours. Until then, keep your savings safe and stay tuned to The Money Trail.